Hi guys, Metalhead here, and today I'm looking at the latest addition to my stack, and that's this 2023 Silver Britannia from the Royal Mint you see here in front of you. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I upload lots of videos here about precious metals, gold, silver, platinum. So if you do enjoy these sorts of videos, please do hit subscribe to keep posted with my content. Now, without further delay, let's get into this video and looking at this Britannia coin I have here today. And this is a really special coin, and it's special for lots of reasons. The main one I'll touch on at the end, and that's actually about what sits on the back of this coin. So hold that thought for a moment. I'll come back to it and look at that in a moment. But let's have a look at the front of the coin to begin with. And first of all, you look at this coin, and to me, this is one of my favorite coins. I know it's quite a basic thing to say, but it's just so sparkly, and you look at it and it reflects the light so well off the coin, off the body of Britannia, and that's who you've got there in the center. That is a depiction of Britannia, and she's there in front of the seas with a shield to her right hand side, and that shield is there to symbolize strength, power and resilience of Great Britain. But contrasting with that shield, you have something quite interesting. You have just above the shield, hopefully you'll be able to see that, she has an olive branch in her hand, and that's there to represent peace. So you have this shield representing sort of strength and might of Great Britain, but also this olive branch which is there to represent peace. So an interesting contrast that you have on these coins. And within the shield, you also have lots of these thin individual, I think they're called radial lines, which are there as a security measure, because when you have people trying to counterfeit these coins by having these very thin lines within the coin, it just makes it that bit harder to replicate and to produce counterfeits, which is a good result for everyone, I would argue. You look around the coin and you've got the usual features you'd expect to see on a coin, especially from such a high quality producer like the Royal Mint. You've got the fact that it's a Britannia coin written there, 2023, 1 ounce or 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver. And I think that's easy to overlook. You kind of expect to see these sorts of things on coins. But actually, I think that's very important. I myself have been thinking just recently, if something was to happen to me, if, God forbid, if I was to end up passing away, what would my beneficiaries and my loved ones do with my stack? And would they know what's in my stack and how much it's worth? And if they wanted to sell it, how much they could get for it? And I think by having coins where it's quite clear what it is, it really helps with that. And it's something, as I say, it's something that I actually do consider in my stacking strategy. If someone was to come across this coin, or perhaps a gold version, whatever it might be, all they've got to do is Google Britannia 2023. I mean, even that, you're going to come up with something, an idea of pricing. But again, you can search fine silver 999 Royal Mint, and you'll soon work out what these are worth. So I actually think that's perhaps sometimes an understated feature of these coins that's quite important to me. Another feature on the coin, and hopefully you can see this down the bottom here. Can you see this writing here? I don't know if you can make it out on the camera, but what that says is Nathan. And you might be wondering, why does it say Nathan on a coin? It's a bit weird, isn't it? And that's exactly what I thought when I first started getting into stacking and stacking Britannias. But what that Nathan actually is, it's really, kind of a tribute really from the Royal Mint to one of their chief designers. His name is Philip Nathan, and he designs, I think, a number of coins actually, and probably bars too. But he's one of the main guys on this Britannia coin. So it's quite nice actually that they put a little bit of a tribute on the coin to him. Another final feature on the front of the coin that I thought is worth showing is you see this little circle here, and there's a logo in there. That's hopefully, there we go. That's a trident, and it's a naval thing really. And what that's there for is to symbolize Britain's naval history, but it also doubles up as a security feature. And throughout this coin, all over the coin, you've got lots of these different security features. And the way this one works is if I move the coin slightly, and hopefully this works. Let me try from another angle. Let's see if it works. There we go. Look, can you see that that changes to a padlock? So it goes from a trident. That's the padlock. Well, we saw the trident before. There we go, trident there. And then it goes to a padlock. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. If you can't see it on the video, you'll have to take my word for it. That is what you can see in real life. It moves from a trident to a padlock. And again, it's a security feature that's put there because they are hard to replicate. It's not easy to do that sort of thing. It doesn't sound like it's putting a man into space or anything like that, but it is quite hard to replicate en masse. So it just helps to add a bit more security to these coins and help prevent counterfeiting. You can also see, hopefully, you see the waves, you see how they kind of glow up when you move it against the light. That's because there's lots of these little raised, almost like dimples, I guess, on the back of the coin. And again, I'm told that that's actually quite hard. If you wanted to do that yourself, it would be quite hard to do, and it just adds again to the security of the coin. And the Britannia is, I would argue, in terms of its security features, second to none, and it's a really attractive part of owning and stacking Britannias. But let's move on to the back of the coin, because this is really where the highlight is. And this is why it's a special coin this year, because you can see, hopefully, straight away that you've got the Queen. Queen Elizabeth II is on the back of this coin. And of course, Queen Elizabeth II did unfortunately pass away in 2022. But the fact she's on this coin is what makes it very interesting to own these 2023 Britannias. The reason this is the case, I mean, I've heard all sorts of rumours and speculation of what happened here, but the reason that I can dissect regarding what happened here is that the Royal Mint had already started to produce these coins, getting ready for 2023, and before they obviously started to finish them, the Queen did pass away. So it's not an error as such, it's more of an error of timing, I suppose, through no one's fault, of course. So there are only a number of these that have been produced. This isn't what it's going to be for the full run. There are going to be coins produced with King Charles on the back, but there is a batch of these flying around. And I think actually these could become quite collectible, because in 2023, and this is certainly something I'll be doing, you'll be able to get hold of a 2023 Britannia with King Charles on the back, but also one of Queen Elizabeth II on the back. And I think that's kind of cool, actually. As far as coolness goes in the stacking world, I think that's pretty neat and a pretty, it's almost like an anomaly in history in terms of the stacking world, that you can manage to get hold of that little bit of history that tells a story about what happened in 2022. As I say, I think that makes this coin really special. I mean, you've got the usual features, of course, the fact that it's £2 nominal value and then Queen Elizabeth around the coin, but the fact she's on it makes this special. And in terms of how I got hold of this coin and pricing on the coin, I think that's always quite interesting to look at, because as many of you will know, especially those of you who are watching from the US or outside the UK, pricing can be a bit funny in the UK on silver, because we have to contend with VAT here. So I'll just bring up some data I have to the side here. So I bought this coin on the 1st of December 2022, of course, depending on when you're watching the video. You may be watching it years down the line, who knows. And the spot price when I bought the coin was £18 and 46 pence. And I paid, what did I pay? £27 and 67 pence. But don't forget, as I say, in the UK, you have VAT, which is at 20%. So I'll just add that on. So it's £5.53. So we add that together onto the cost price, and that comes in at £33 and 20 pence. So clearly there's a premium here that's been paid. And to calculate that premium, I simply will take the spot price away from the full price that I had to pay, which gives us £14.74, which as a percentage is 79.85%. So that's some serious premium. You know, people watching from the US will quite understandably be shocked by that, although those of you who watch my channel regularly will know that's unfortunately the reality of buying silver here in the UK, and we do pay high premiums. But actually, personally, I think when the kind of nominal value is around £30-40, it's a high premium, but to get hold of this coin specifically, I was more than happy to pay that, actually, because it is a quality coin. And talking of quality, I'll just do a quick, I always do this, I'll just do a quick weight test. I like to do this just to show people that it is the real deal. So I'll put this down here and I'll zero it to 0. There we go. So I'll pop it on. This is in troy ounces, and you can see there it's coming in at 1.004 troy ounces. So a little bit of free silver there from the Royal Mint. Thank you very much. So yeah, that concludes the video, guys. Hopefully that was useful. I think this is an amazing coin. They always are, these Britannias. But as I say, the double whammy here is that you're getting a fantastic coin, but you're also owning a bit of history. Because as I say, this feature with the Queen on, I think in a few years, people will look back and think, that was quite a quirky feature of what the Royal Mint had to do that year. And I think it will become collectible. I don't know exactly how many of these coins have been produced in that batch. If anyone does know, please do let me know in the comments section. It would be interesting to find out. I mean, these were pretty freely available when I went to buy them from Sharps, or buy it, I should say, from Sharps Pixley in London. So I imagine there's quite a lot. But if anyone does know how many have been produced, please do let me know. As I say, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'm posting videos like this on a regular basis. I have about 60 videos and almost 1,000 subscribers. So, you know, the channel is growing, and it'd be good to have more of you on board. Until next time, until we speak again, thank you for watching, guys, and happy stacking.